Welcome back, everyone. Today, we're diving into a part of the English language that's just absolutely crucial, for sounding natural, for really getting everyday conversations, and, well, for adding richness to your own speaking and
That's
writing.
really.
We are talking about phrasal verbs.
That's right.
Now, for this conversation, we've looked at some really fantastic articles, some notes that help break this topic down clearly.
Yeah, some good explanations out there.
And our mission, really, for you listening, is to take all this information and just make the whole idea of phrasal verbs feel completely accessible.
Exactly. Length intimidating.
Right. Helping you feel much more confident when you speak English, when you write, when you listen. Think of it as maybe your shortcut to unlocking a new level of fluency.
It's true. And, this topic, it can sometimes feel like a bit of a puzzle, can it?
Oh, absolutely.
But the reward is immense.
Yeah.
Really, once you start to grasp how these little words combine to create entirely new meanings, it really transforms your connection with English.
Transforms. I like that.
Yeah, it's like discovering, I don't know, a secret handshake or something within the
A
language.
secret handshake. I love that idea.
All right.
Okay, so let's get right to it then.
Yeah.
For someone maybe hearing about this for the first time, or perhaps just wanting to, solidify their understanding, what exactly are these phrasal verbs we're focusing on?
Okay, so in the simplest terms, a phrasal verb is basically a group of two or more words.
Okay, two or more.
And they act together, like one single verb. It's typically a main verb, action word like run or look and put,
Right.
combined with a small word, or sometimes two small words.
Small words. Like
Usually adverbs or prepositions, words like up, down, in, out, on, off, away.
Yeah.
Those kinds of words.
Got it.
So you could almost imagine it like a little team of words. They work together to do the job of one verb, but often with a new, sometimes quite unexpected meaning.
That small team idea is really helpful. So it's not just the main verb doing all the work. That extra little word, it changes everything.
Precisely. It modifies or completely changes the original verb's meaning.
Which leads me to wonder, are they found in every language? Or are they a bit, special to English?
That's a really critical observation. Phrasal verbs are, well, they're quite unique and very prominent in English, especially when you compare it to, say, many Romance languages like French or Spanish or Italian.
Right.
They are a real hallmark of English and other Germanic languages like German, Dutch, Swedish.
Yeah.
And this is exactly why they can sometimes be a hurdle for learners whose first language doesn't really have similar structures.
Right, because you can't just translate word for word often.
Exactly. You often need a completely different single verb in another language.
Yeah.
And because they're so distinctive, they also come with a few, let's say, grammatical quirks we should probably touch on briefly.
Okay, quirks. Like what?
Well, sometimes they need an object, something the action is done to.
Right.
We call these transitive phrasal verbs. So an example would be, I picked up the book. See, the book is the object. You pick something up.
Okay. Transitive needs an object. Makes sense.
Then other times, they don't need an object at all. Like when you simply say, I woke up early. You didn't wake something else up. You just woke up.
Ah, I see.
Those are called intransitive. No object needed.
Okay. Transitive and intransitive. Good terms to know.
And here's where it gets maybe even a little more interesting. Sometimes you can actually put other words between the verb and the small word.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like with pick up, I said I picked up the book, but I could also say I picked the book up. See how the book goes in the middle?
Yes. I've seen that.
We call those separable. You can separate the parts.
Separable. Got it.
But with others, like I look after my dog.
Meaning take care of.
Exactly. With that one, you must keep look and after together. You'd never, ever say I look my dog after. That just sounds wrong.
Completely wrong.
Those are called inseparable. They have to stay together.
Okay. Separable and inseparable. Wow. Lots of little categories.
It seems like a lot at first, maybe, but just knowing these terms, transitive, intransitive, severable, inseparable, it helps you start to notice the patterns when you learn them.
That's incredibly useful, actually. Just getting that quick overview makes them feel less abstract somehow. But let's talk basic grammar. What about tenses? Present, past, future. Do they behave like regular verbs when we change the tense?
Good question. And mostly, yes, they do. This is one of the more consistent things about them, which is helpful.
Okay, good.
The main verb part, the phrasal verb, the look or pick or break, that's the part that we'll conjugate, or, change its form for tense, just like any other verb you've learned.
Right.
The little word, the adverb or preposition like up or down or after, that usually just stays the same. It doesn't change.
Okay, so the main verb carries the tense.
Exactly. Let's take to break down, meaning like for a machine to stop working. If you're talking about the present, maybe about a generally unreliable thing, you might say, my old computer breaks down quite often. See, breaks gets the S because of computer.
Right, third person singular.
Yep. But in the past tense, you'd say, my car broke down on the highway last week. Notice how break changes to broke, but down just stays put.
I see. Breaks down, broke down. The down doesn't change.
Correct. Or another simple one, maybe walk away. Present. I often walk away from arguments. Past. Yesterday, I walked away. The away stays the same.
That's actually quite a relief. It gives us a consistent rule to hold on to.
It does. The verb part follows the normal verb rules you already know.
Okay. But, and this is the big but, isn't it? Where they really surprise us and maybe sometimes confuse us is in their meanings. They're often unpredictable.
Oh, absolutely.
You can't just piece together the meaning of break and the meaning of up and always get the right idea.
Precisely. And that is why they can be a bit challenging, but honestly, also incredibly fun and interesting to learn.
Fun. Okay, convince me.
Well, because their meanings are very often, the technical term is idiomatic.
Idiomatic, meaning.
Meaning the combined meaning isn't simply the literal meaning of each word added together. You have to learn the whole phrase break down, look after, put off as a single unit, basically like learning a brand new vocabulary word.
Right, a new piece of vocabulary with its own special meaning.
Exactly. Let's use that classic example you mentioned from our sources. Tom broke up with Jenny.
Okay.
Now, if we just think about the word break,
yeah,
literally, it usually means, to smash something into pieces or damage it physically.
Right, like breaking a plate.
Exactly. But here, in Tom broke up with Jenny, Tom certainly didn't physically damage Jenny. That would be horrible.
No, definitely not.
What it actually means is that they ended their romantic relationship. They stopped being boyfriend and girlfriend. So to break up in this context means to separate or to end a relationship.
That's a perfect example. It's completely different from the literal meaning. I remember when I first heard that phrase, it felt like, a complete mystery.
It often does at first. But you mentioned something fascinating earlier, a strategy you called working backwards. Can you tell us more about how that helps?
Oh, did I mention that? Right, the idea that there might be some hidden logic.
Yes, exactly. Even with these idiomatic meanings, sometimes there's a kind of hidden logic or a metaphorical link if you think figuratively, not literally.
Okay, so how does that work with breakup?
Well, with breakup, it doesn't mean physically breaking something. The word breaking can also imply, severing a connection or ending a bond or breaking something whole into parts.
Ah, breaking a bond, I see.
Think about these other uses of breakup that often come up. Like if two people are arguing or fighting, you might say, the teacher had to break up a fight.
Okay.
Here, the teacher is separating the people fighting, literally breaking their aggressive connection, stopping the whole event.
Right, breaking the connection between them.
Or another one, if you're on a phone call and the sound isn't clear, it keeps cutting out, you might complain, sorry, the line keeps breaking up.
Oh yeah, I say that all the time.
Right. And here, the sound connection is poor. It's not continuous. It's kind of broken into pieces or fragments of sound.
That's mented, yeah.
So you see, while the surface meanings are different, ending a relationship, stopping a fight, a poor phone connection, that underlying figurative idea of breaking a connection or breaking something into pieces subtly links them all.
Wow.
And understanding this deeper sort of figurative thinking is really key to making sense of many, many phrasal verbs. It helps you see the patterns.
That's a powerful insight. Seriously. It turns them from just random phrases you have to memorize into something you can almost feel out or intuit over time.
Exactly. It helps build that intuition.
So with that in mind, then, how do we actually start using these? How do we incorporate them into our everyday English? Let's look at some really common ones to get us started.
Absolutely. Let's explore some of the most frequent phrasal verbs you'll definitely encounter. We'll explain them clearly, give examples, so you can start to, get a feel for them in context.
Perfect. Lead the way.
Okay, first up, a really common one, bring up.
Bring up.
If I say, for example, my colleague brought up a great point in the meeting, what does that mean? It means they mentioned a topic or they introduced an idea into the conversation.
Ah, okay. So you bring something up to the surface of the discussion.
That's a great way to think about it, yes. It's
Yeah.
not just physically lifting something.
Right. Okay, what about maybe canceling plans? Is there a common one for that?
Oh, yes. For canceling, we often use call off.
Call off.
Like they had to call off the outdoor concert because of the heavy rain. It means to cancel something that was already planned. The decision was made not to do it.
Call off the wedding, call off the meeting. Okay, that's a really useful one.
Very common. Now, what if you need to keep going, maybe despite some difficulty?
Like persevere.
Exactly. Then you would carry on.
Carry on, like the famous phrase.
Just like that. For example, even though the path was steep and we were tired, we carried on with our hike. It means to continue doing something, to keep going, don't stop.
Keep calm and carry on.
Got it. That's the one. Okay, another crucial one is deal with. This is very versatile.
Deal with, like handle.
Precisely.
Yeah.
If you say, I have a lot of emails to deal with this morning, it means you need to handle or manage those emails, take action on them.
Okay.
Or you could say, I find it hard to deal with stress, meaning you find it difficult to manage or cope with that feeling. So it's about managing a situation, a task, or even an emotion.
That's so useful because it covers so many situations. Deal with it, people sometimes say.
They do. Okay, how about when you arrive somewhere, maybe unexpectedly?
Like you weren't planning to go there.
Exactly, or you just arrive there after a series of events. For that, we use end up.
End up.
For example, we took a wrong turn while driving, but we ended up at this beautiful hidden beach. It means you reach a final place or state, often by chance, or as the result of something else.
Okay. We started looking for Italian food, but ended up eating Thai.
Perfect example.
Okay.
That's exactly how you use it. Now, let's look at one that expresses positive anticipation, happiness about the future.
Ooh, nice. Which one?
Look forward to. You'll hear this constantly. Are you looking forward to your vacation?
Oh, yes, all the time.
It means you're excited about something that's going to happen. You're anticipating something good, feeling happy about a future event. It's a lovely one, as you say.
It really is. We all look forward to things. Okay, so on the flip side then, what about when you delay doing something? Procrastinate.
Procrastination. For that, the classic phrasal verb is put off.
Put it off.
For instance, I kept putting off filing my taxes, but now the deadline is tomorrow. It means to postpone something, to decide to do it later instead of now.
Right. Usually something you don't really want to do.
Often, yes. We put off difficult tasks.
Guilty as charged. Okay, any others for this quick list?
Yes, one more really versatile one, work out. This one's interesting because it has two very common but quite different meanings.
Oh, okay. What's the first one?
The first meaning of workout is simply to do physical exercise.
Like going to the gym.
Exactly. I try to work out 3 times a week.
Yeah.
It means engage in physical activity for fitness.
Got it. Workout exercise. What's the second meaning?
The second meaning is to solve a problem or find a solution or for things to resolve successfully.
Okay. How?
Like, that math problem was really difficult, but after an hour, I finally worked it out. Here, it means I found the answer, I solved it.
I worked it out. So that one's separable.
Yes, often used separately when there's an object like it or the problem. Or it can mean a situation resolving itself, like, I was worried about the schedule conflict, but don't worry, everything worked out fine in the end. Meaning it resolved okay.
Wow. So workout can be exercise, or solve a problem, or just resolve.
That's right. It really highlights how flexible and sometimes tricky these verbs can be.
It really does. But honestly, hearing them with those clear examples makes such a difference. It clicks somehow.
Good. Because the key really is seeing them, hearing them, use them in action, in context.
And that brings us to a really important practical question, doesn't it?
Which is,
when should we actually use these phrasal verbs? And maybe when should we choose different, perhaps more formal words instead?
yes, that's a perfect question. Formality is key here.
So the general rule, as I understand it, is that phrasal verbs are incredibly common and natural in everyday, non-formal English. Is that right?
Absolutely. You'll hear them constantly in casual conversations with friends, family, colleagues.
Right.
In emails you send to friends, definitely. You'll see them in many magazines, online blogs, and for sure in TV shows and movies. Using them makes your English sound much more fluent and, authentic, like a native speaker.
So for normal everyday stuff, they're great. But are there times when maybe we should avoid them?
Yes, there are. Generally, in more formal situations, you might want to choose a single, more Latinic verb if a good synonym exists.
Formal situations like?
Like academic papers, definitely. Formal business letters or emails, official reports, maybe a very formal presentation. In those cases, using a single word verb often sounds more, well, professional or academic. So instead of put off, you might write postpone.
Right. Postpone sounds more formal.
Or instead of deal with, you might use manage or handle or address instead of find out. Maybe discover or ascertain. It just adds a different tone.
That's really useful guidance. Know your audience, know your context.
Exactly. But for learning them, what's the best way to actually get them into your active vocabulary?
Well, based on everything we've seen, the best way really seems to be learning them one by one, just like you learn any other new word or phrase.
Treating each one as a unique item.
Yes. And crucially, paying attention to the context you see or hear them in, and the more you immerse yourself in English...
Like watching things, reading things.
Exactly. Movies, TV shows, listening to songs, reading books, news articles online. The more you expose yourself, the more naturally you'll just encounter and absorb these phrasal verbs. You start to get a feel for them without even realizing it.
That passive learning is so powerful. And of course, there are more active ways too. Our sources even mention specific resources, like books dedicated to phrasal verbs and collocations. They mention one called Master English Collocations and Phrasal Verbs.
Oh, right. The ultimate phrasal verbs and collocations book for learning English.
That's the one. Apparently, it's packed with exercises and explanations, which can be super helpful for focused practice.
That sounds like a fantastic suggestion for people who want that structured approach. Okay, to really bring this home, maybe we could do a little exercise, like the one in our source material.
Good idea. Practical application.
Let's imagine you get an email from a friend, a colleague maybe. Can you spot it phrasal verbs and understand what they mean in that specific context?
Okay, let's try it.
Right. I'll read the email. It's from Gary to his colleague Jack. Here it goes. Hi, Jack. I'm sorry that I was late to work today. My car broke down yesterday, so I took the bus instead. However, the bus was held up in traffic. It seems that everyone was going to work at the same time. Don't worry about the project. I'll be able to catch up with the rest of my colleagues. I'll drop by the office on the weekend and see if there is anything extra that I can do. I hope you've got over your cold. I hear it's been going around the office recently. Best wishes, Gary.
Okay, a very typical kind of informal work email. Lots of phrasal verbs in there.
Right. What jumps out at you first? Which one do you spot?
Well, the very first one we already discussed. My car broke down yesterday.
And that means?
It means his car stopped working. It failed mechanically.
Simple enough. Okay, what's next? He took the bus, but...
The bus was held up in traffic. So held up here means delayed. The bus was stuck. It couldn't move freely because of all the traffic.
Right, held up by traffic. Got it. And then he talks about the project. He says he'll be able to.
Be able to catch up with the rest of my colleagues. To catch up means to do the work or tasks that he missed because he was late, so that he reaches the same point or level of progress as everyone else.
Okay, so he'll do the extra work needed to be at the same stage. Makes sense.
Then he offers to do something on the weekend. He says, I'll drop by the office.
Drop by? What does that suggest?
Drop by is a lovely, casual way to say visit briefly or informally. He's not planning a long meeting, just a short visit, maybe to pick something up or do a quick task. Pop in.
Nice and informal. Okay, and then he switches topic to Jack's health. He hopes Jack has.
Hopes you've got over your cold. To get over an illness, like a cold or the flu, means to recover from it. To feel better after being sick.
Okay, get over. Recover. Simple.
And finally, he mentions why Jack might have been sick.
I hear it's been going around the office recently.
Going round. What's that implying?
When an illness is going round, it means it's spreading easily from person to person within a group or place, like the office. Lots of people are catching it. Like the cold is circulating among the colleagues.
Exactly. It's affecting a lot of people there.
Wow. What a fantastic practical example. That short email uses, 6 phrasal verbs?
At least. Yeah.
And they all sound completely natural, don't they? It really underlines why understanding them is just so essential for everyday communication.
It really does. You can't really get by in conversational English without them.
Well, we certainly covered a huge amount today on English phrasal verbs. It's crystal clear that getting comfortable with them isn't just about, adding more words to your vocabulary list.
No, it's much more than that.
It's genuinely about Improving your spoken English,
Yeah.
making it sound more natural, boosting your written fluency in informal contexts, definitely sharpening your listening comprehension, and ultimately just allowing you to connect with English speakers on a much deeper level.
Absolutely. And what's truly fascinating, I think, is that even when these phrasal verbs initially feel illogical or random,
Right.
learning to sort of work backwards, like we discussed, or embrace their idiomatic nature, it really does help you unlock that kind of secret code of natural conversation.
A secret code. I'm definitely remembering that phrase.
It's about understanding those subtle nuances, the metaphors sometimes hidden inside, that make English so vibrant and expressive.
That's such a brilliant way to frame it, unlocking a code. So our big message to you listening is, keep practicing. Don't be afraid of them.
Not at all.
Listen carefully for these verbs when you watch movies or listen to songs and podcasts. Notice how people use them.
Pay attention to the little words up, down, off, on.
Yes. And then, crucially, try using them yourself. In your own conversations, maybe in emails to friends, the more you actively engage with them, the more natural and intuitive they'll start to feel. We really hope you feel much more confident about phrasal verbs after this chat.
We do. Baby steps, one verb at a time.
Exactly. And if you've enjoyed this exploration of English today and you want to keep improving your language skills with us, please do make sure you subscribe to our channel.
Yeah, that way you won't miss any new content we put out.
And if you have friends who are also learning English and you think they might benefit from insights like these, please feel free to share this resource with them.
Sharing is caring.
It is. And remember, you can find more details, maybe some helpful links, and the text of that example email we looked at, all in the description section right below this content.
Check out those links.
Definitely worth a look. Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Yes, thanks everyone.
We hope you have a truly great day ahead, and most importantly, keep enjoying your English learning journey.